if you want to weigh in there as well, but I had to go off on that because I don't have, I don't have a police detail because I don't want that outside of my apartment door every day. That doesn't make me feel safe. That doesn't make me feel secure. Of course there are instances when we have our town halls, etc., but I don't want to live my life that way. And so I don't. When people ask me, what does a world where we defund the police, where, defunding police looks like, I tell them it looks like a suburb, because in Yorktown Heights and in a lot of these communities in Westchester, what is the most important thing that is politically the most important thing that the world revolves around? It's school funding. People will uproot their entire lives. You will see people go nuts for school funding. This doesn't happen in suburbs for a lot of reasons. One, suburbs were not redlined. And so there isn't a generational disinvestment from Yorktown that there was in the South Bronx. Two, we actually fully fund, and with a lot of wealthy areas, their PTAs add millions of dollars to school operating budgets. So these kids aren't subject to a school to prison pipeline. When teenagers go into high school in Westchester County, they don't get patted down. They don't have to go through metal detectors. And they have school counselors. There'll be 5, 6 school counselors. So of course this doesn't happen in suburbs. I would say this isn't reflective of the community. It's reflective of our policy, and it's reflective of how we treat communities differently in terms of their investment. And so that's what I'd say to that point.
Another constituent from Sunnyside says, how do you feel about defunding the police with the recent uptick of crime, not only in New York, but other cities in America? Do you plan to give up any police protection afforded to you? And lastly, a constituent from Allerton in the Bronx says, will there be any future plans for abolishing the NYPD? If so, what are they? If not, why isn't there any plan?
I'll just try to kick it off because I know there are some specific questions with me, and then I'll send it straight over to Ms. Carr and Ms. Malcolm. So first and foremost, I don't have police protection. I never have. I don't have a personal detail or anything like that. And my community looks out for me. And we've even had funny situations where one time New York One came to interview me. And so I was going to meet them by my apartment. So the van was there, and I go in to roll up to my building, and my neighbors were like, hide in the grocery store. They're looking for you. And I was like, don't worry, guys, it's fine.